March of 1971, I'm in the desert in Arizona, right out of the car in front of a lens throwing dirt at Orson Welles. And he's yelling at me, throw more dirt, throw more dirt. And I had been out here about, 4 or 5 months. The first year and a half, I worked on a show 35 hours straight. When they gave me my check at the end of the day, it was for $35. And I was making money. I was in Hollywood, I was happy. Now, I had seen a John Cassavetes movie called Mitty and Moskowitz at least 13 times. And I said, I'm a big fan. I started falling over my words. And the next thing I know, he thrusts a camera into my arms and says, come on, kid, we're gonna make a movie. And that film was A Woman Under the Influence. But operating is such an unusual and special occupation that this was a different school. He'd say, what I really want, Mike, is where you want to go with that camera. Well, that kind of freedom you don't get. I remember a shot of Jenna. I believe she's been stood up by her husband, but she comes into the room with a cigarette in her hand, and I'm photographing her classically, but her hand, just the way her hand looks and is holding the cigarette, I just drifted off of her and got the mid part of her body and held the shot. John saw that and he said, that is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. My secret dream was I wanted to work on big Hollywood movies, big budget, A films, get to the top somehow. John Alonzo had picked me for an operator. And he said, Mike, you're an operator in waiting. And he just nailed it because I was really ready. He said, I'm starting a big picture in the fall, and you're it. We started on a picture called Blue Thunder, which is probably the Gone with the Wind of helicopter pictures. Die Hard. One of the most challenging, one of the most death-defying, one of the most fun 3-4 months of my life. Die Hard is replete with shots that should never have been attempted, never were attempted before, and if it was up to the Flying Dutchman himself, Jan de Bont, we would still be trying to perfect. They're gonna blow the roof. We gotta get McClane into the building. He crashes through the window, he shoots it out, and he gets in. McClane in the foreground right here, and in the background, a metal device that has come loose and now falls down and is going to drag him to the dirt. Well, this is a great scene. There was nothing they could throw at me after that film that I couldn't find a way to do. I want to be somebody who's called on to be responsible. I've always marveled at the fact that in a business that's all about communication, there are so many people who don't make the effort to communicate. So you have to do that. You cannot stand in your own good hole. You got to get up out of it and go where the information is. Learn the skills, take risks, be bold, and you can't lose.